Good morning, students. Welcome to today's class. Life is like making tea. Boil your ego, evaporate your worries, dilute your sorrows, filter your mistakes, get a taste of happiness. With this thought, let's begin our class. Let's do an activity. Suppose we ask three students to measure the length of a stick using a meter scale whose least count is 0.1 centimeter. The result of the measurement are 7.20 centimeter or 7.22 centimeter or 7.23 centimeter. Note that all the three students measured first two digits correctly, but the last digit varies from person to person. So, the number of meaningful digit is 3, which communicate both measurement and also precision of the instrument. From this activity, we come to know it is denoting significant figures. As students, we are going to learn about significant figures and their rules in this section with simple examples. It is defined as the number of meaningful digits which contain numbers that are known reliably and first uncertain number. This is known as significant figures. Now, to find these significant figures in a given digit, we are having a set of rules. We are going to discuss those set of rules with an examples. The first rule is all non-zero digits are significant. Here the example given is 1342. This number is having 4 digits because it is having 4 non-zero digits, so the significant figure is 4. Second rule is all zeros between two non-zero digits are significant. The example given here is 2008. In this number, we are having two zeros in between two non-zero numbers, so the significant figure is 4. Third rule, all zeros to the right of a non-zero digit but to the left of a decimal point are significant. Here the example given is 30700 with a decimal point. So the significant figure in this number is 5 according to the rule. Rule number 4. The number without a decimal point, the terminal or trailing zeros are non-significant. In this example, we are having the last two digits as 0. So, the significant figure in this given number is 3. That denotes 307, so 3 numbers. The next rule is all zeros are significant if they come from a measurement. For example, if we are measuring a particular length, the answer is 30,700 meter means then we will take the whole 30,700 meter as significant figure. So the significant figure here is 5. The next rule is if the number is less than 1, the zeros on the right of the decimal point but to the left of the first non-zero digit are not significant. For example, 0.00345 has 3 significant figures because the two zeros before 3 and after the decimal point are not considered as significant figures. The next rule is all zeros to the right of a decimal point and to the right of the non-zero digit are significant. Here the example is given as 40.00. Here it is having 4 significant figures. In this type we have to calculate all the zeros. The next rule is the number of significant figures does not depend on the system of units used. For example, if you are having 1.53 centimeter and 0.0153 meter, both the numbers will have 3 significant figures because we should not consider any system of units used in this number. Okay students, let's solve the following examples. State the number of significant figures in the following. The first number is 600800. The answer is 4. The second number is 0.007. For this, the significant figure is 1. And for last example, the answer is 5. Now, let's move on to the next topic, rounding off. The result of calculation with numbers containing more than one uncertain digit should be rounded off. That is, after the decimal point number is known as uncertain digit. For this rounding off also, we are having a set of rules. According to these rules only, we will round off the decimal numbers. The first rule is, if the digit to be dropped is smaller than 5, note this point, smaller than 5, then the preceding digit should be left unchanged. For example, if you are having a decimal number 7.32, then it should be left as 7.3 because it is smaller than 5. The second rule is, if the digit to be dropped is greater than 5. Note, my dear students, if it is greater than 5, then the preceding digit should be increased by 1. For example, if you are having a number 11.89, the dropped number is greater than 5, so the answer will be rounded off as 11.9. The third rule, if the digit to be dropped is 5 followed by digits other than 0, then the preceding digit should be raised by 1. For example, 18.159 is rounded off as 18.2 because it is dropped with 5 followed by other than 0 numbers. The fourth rule is, if the digit to be dropped is 5 or followed by zeros, 5 or 5 followed by zeros, then the preceding digit is not changed. For example, 8.250 is followed by 0, so it is left as unchanged for even numbers as 8.2. If the digit to be dropped is 5 or 5 followed by zeros, note students, 5 or 5 followed by zeros, then the preceding digit is raised by 1 if it is odd. If it is odd means it is raised to 1. So, for example, 8.350 is rounded off as 8.4 since it is an even number. Now, look at these examples. Round off the following numbers. 18.35 up to 3 digits. What will be the answer? The answer is 18.4. Next, 12.653 up to 3 digits. What will be the answer? The answer is 12.7. The next topic is, we are going to do significant figures by means of addition and subtraction. If we are doing addition and subtraction, the result of the number should be equal to the least decimal places in the question. If you see the example, you will get clear view about this operation. For example, here we are having 3.1 plus 1.780 plus 2.046. The total answer is 6.926. What is the least decimal here? 3.1. So, 1 digit. So, the answer is rounded off to 6.9. The next example, subtraction. The least digit is 2.42. That is 2 terms. So, the answer is rounded off as 10.2. Next, for multiplication and division. In multiplication and division, the answer, that is, the result should be rounded off according to the number of significant figures. In previous, we rounded off according to decimal points. Here, we are rounding it off according to the significant figures. Now, let us see it with an example. In first example, 1.21 is multiplied with 36.72. So, how many digits of least significant figures here we are having? We are having 3 as the least significant figure. So, the answer is 44.4. In next example, we are having 2 digit as the least significant figure. So, the answer is 31. Okay students, now let's recall what and all the topics we had learned in this section. We learned about the significant figures and rounding off and rules for both significant figures and rounding off. And we also learned how to perform addition, subtraction, multiplication and division based on the significant figures. Okay students, let's have a small quiz based on the topics which we had learned in this section. Shall we play a quiz? Okay, let's start the quiz. How many significant figures are there in this number? Yes, your answer is correct. The answer is 4. The next question also you are going to find the significant figures. Yes, your answer is correct. The number of significant figures in the question is 5. Next, you are going to find the rounding off for the following numbers. Try it, students. Yes, you have said correct. The answers are 6.3, 42.9 and 16.8. Okay students, with this quiz, let's wind up our today's class. I will meet you in another class with another new and interesting topic. Thank you students.